You take vitamins to protect your health, but what if those capsules are doing the opposite? From contaminated batches to hidden fillers that interfere with heart medications, some of Britain's most trusted brands have been caught cutting corners. Today, we're exposing 9 UK vitamin brands seniors must avoid at all costs, and the 2 that are actually safe to trust. Coming in at number 9, we have Holland and Barrett own brand vitamins. Now, Holland and Barrett has been a household name on the British high street for decades. Seniors walk into those shops believing they're getting expert curated health products. The green branding, the friendly staff, the shelves lined with promises of wellness. It all feels safe, trustworthy, like someone is looking out for you. But here's what they don't tell you. In recent years, Holland and Barrett has faced mounting criticism over the quality and sourcing of their own brand supplements. Independent laboratory testing has revealed that some products contain far less of the active ingredient than stated on the label. Imagine taking a vitamin D capsule every morning, believing you're protecting your bones, only to discover you've been swallowing a fraction of what was promised. For seniors already at risk of osteoporosis, that's not just disappointing, it's dangerous. And it gets worse. Some Holland and Barrett supplements have been found to contain bulking agents and fillers that aren't clearly disclosed on the front of the packaging. Magnesium stearate, silicon dioxide, titanium dioxide, ingredients that sound more like chemistry experiments than health aids. For seniors taking blood pressure medications or kidney support tablets, these hidden additives can interfere with absorption. Your body works overtime trying to process substances it doesn't recognize, all while the actual vitamins you paid for never fully reach your bloodstream. Consumer reviews paint an equally troubling picture. Complaints of capsules arriving with strange odors. Discolored tablets, packaging that appears tampered with, have surfaced repeatedly. One reviewer described opening a bottle of multivitamins to find a musty, almost damp smell, as if the product had been stored in a warehouse with poor climate control. That smell isn't just unpleasant, it's a warning sign of oxidation, meaning the vitamins inside may have already degraded before you even swallowed them. The betrayal here is subtle but profound. Holland and Barrett markets itself as Britain's leading health retailer. They position their products as the smart, affordable choice for wellness. Yet behind that reassuring shopfront, corners are being cut. Quality control appears inconsistent. And seniors, the very customers who need reliable supplements most, are left wondering if they've been paying for empty promises. Why do you think the same companies that fund health and wellness campaigns are the ones selling products that fail independent lab tests? At number 8, we have Vitabiotics. Vitabiotics is everywhere. Television adverts featuring silver-haired couples walking hand in hand through autumn parks. Pharmacy displays stacked with Wellman, Wellwoman and Perfectal. The messaging is clear. These are premium vitamins. Scientifically formulated, trusted by millions. For seniors seeking targeted support, whether for joints, hearts or eyes, Vitabiotics appears to be the gold standard. But appearances can deceive. Despite the clinical-sounding names and pharmaceutical-style packaging, Vitabiotics products are not medicines. They're food supplements. That distinction matters enormously. Medicines must prove they work before reaching shelves. Supplements face far lower scrutiny. And Vitabiotics has been criticised repeatedly for marketing claims that stretch the boundaries of what's actually proven. The Advertising Standards Authority has ruled against Vitabiotics multiple times for misleading health claims. Adverts suggesting their products could significantly improve specific health outcomes were found to lack adequate scientific evidence. For seniors watching those commercials and believing they're investing in proven solutions, the reality is far murkier. You're not buying medicine, you're buying hope wrapped in clever marketing. Then there's the ingredient issue. Vitabiotics products often contain synthetic forms of vitamins that your body struggles to absorb efficiently. Cyanocobalamin instead of methylcobalamin for B12, folic acid instead of folate. For seniors with compromised digestive systems, common after age 60, these synthetic versions may pass straight through without delivering meaningful benefit. Your body recognizes the difference even if the label doesn't tell you. Reports from consumers describe tablets so large they're nearly impossible to swallow without discomfort. Others mention a chemical aftertaste that lingers for hours. Some seniors have reported stomach upset and nausea after taking Vitabiotics products. symptoms that shouldn't accompany something meant to improve your health. The pricing adds insult to injury. Vitabiotics positions itself as a premium brand, charging accordingly. Seniors on fixed incomes stretch their budgets to afford what they believe is the best. Yet independent analyses suggest the actual ingredient quality doesn't match the price tag. You're paying for advertising budgets and glossy packaging more than superior formulation. Retention trigger. Most people never learn how to spot the difference between marketing and genuine quality, but we'll break it down at the end of the video. Now, at number 7, we have Centrum. Centrum has been a giant in the vitamin industry for decades. The silver packaging, the clinical fonts, the promises of complete from A to zinc. For seniors seeking an all-in-one solution, Centrum seems like the obvious choice. 1 tablet a day, everything your body needs. Simple? But simplicity often hides complexity, and in Centrum's case, that complexity isn't flattering. Let's start with ownership. Centrum is manufactured by Haleon, formerly part of GlaxoSmithKline. This pharmaceutical heritage lends credibility, but don't mistake corporate pedigree for superior ingredients. Centrum Silver, marketed specifically to adults over 50, contains forms of vitamins that nutritional scientists increasingly criticize. Take vitamin E. Centrum uses D-L-alpha tocopherol, a synthetic version that studies suggest is less effective than natural forms. Your body has to work harder to utilize it, and much of what you swallow may simply be excreted. For seniors hoping to support cardiovascular health, this matters. You're not getting the antioxidant protection the label implies. The mineral forms are equally concerning. Centrum contains magnesium oxide, one of the poorest absorbed forms of magnesium available. Research indicates absorption rates as low as 4%. For seniors dealing with muscle cramps, sleep difficulties, or blood pressure concerns, magnesium is essential. But swallowing magnesium oxide is almost like swallowing chalk. Your body can barely use it. Then there's the additive list. Centrum tablets contain numerous colorants, binding agents, and fillers. Polyethylene glycol, yes, the same substance found in antifreeze and laxatives, appears in some formulations. For seniors with sensitive digestive systems or those taking multiple medications, these additives introduce unnecessary variables. Every extra ingredient is another substance your liver and kidneys must process. Consumer complaints reveal a pattern. Tablets that crumble in the bottle. Capsules with an acrid metallic smell upon opening. Reviews describing upset stomachs, heartburn, and a strange metallic taste that persists for hours. These aren't isolated incidents. They appear across years of feedback. The fundamental betrayal is this: Centrum promises comprehensive nutrition in one convenient tablet. But the forms of vitamins and minerals they've chosen prioritize cost savings over bioavailability. You're swallowing something, certainly. Whether your body can actually use it is another question entirely. If this helps you stay safer at the store, hit subscribe. It's free and it means you'll never miss these exposés. Moving to number 6, we have Boots' own brand vitamins. Boots has been part of British life for over a century. The white and blue signage, the pharmacy counters staffed by professionals in lab coats, the reassuring presence on every high street. When Boots puts their name on a vitamin bottle, seniors assume it carries the same trustworthiness as the prescriptions filled behind that counter. That assumption may be misplaced. Boots' own brand supplements occupy a strange middle ground. They're cheaper than premium brands but positioned as reliable through the Pharmacy Association. Yet independent testing has raised questions about consistency. Some batches have shown vitamin content at the lower end of acceptable ranges, technically meeting legal requirements but delivering less than consumers expect. The sourcing is opaque. Boots doesn't manufacture these products themselves. They contract third-party suppliers, often the same factories producing budget supermarket vitamins. The difference in price between Boots and Tesco own brand often reflects branding more than formulation. Seniors paying extra for the Boots name may simply be paying for the logo. Ingredient quality follows familiar patterns. Synthetic vitamin forms, cheap mineral compounds, bulking agents and flow additives that make manufacturing easier but add nothing to your health. For seniors managing multiple conditions, heart disease, kidney function, diabetes, Every unnecessary additive is a potential complication. Consumer reviews describe inconsistency. Bottles where tablets vary noticeably in color or size. Capsules that stick together as if exposed to humidity. One reviewer described finding a tablet that had partially dissolved inside the sealed bottle, suggesting moisture infiltration during storage or shipping. That degradation doesn't just affect appearance, it destroys the vitamins themselves. The pharmacy setting creates a dangerous illusion. Seniors see the white coats, the prescription shelves, the clinical environment, and assume everything sold there meets medical standards. But supplements aren't medicines. The pharmacists dispensing your blood pressure tablets have no more oversight of the vitamin aisle than any shop assistant. The professional appearance is marketing, not regulation. According to the FSA, food supplements in the UK must meet safety requirements but face minimal efficacy testing. Unlike medicines regulated by the MHRA, supplements don't need to prove they actually work. They just need to be safe enough not to cause immediate harm. For seniors relying on these products for real health benefits, that gap between safety and effectiveness could be the difference between thriving and merely surviving. Isn't it strange how pharmacies sell supplements alongside prescription medications, yet one is rigorously tested and the other barely regulated at all? Landing at number 5, we have Nature's Best. Nature's Best positions itself as Britain's trusted supplement supplier. Direct delivery, competitive pricing, a catalogue filled with promises of purity and potency. For seniors preferring to order from home rather than navigate crowded pharmacies, Nature's Best seems ideal, convenient, affordable, reassuringly British, but convenience can mask compromises. Despite the wholesome branding, Nature's Best products have faced criticism for using ingredient forms that prioritise cost over effectiveness. Their calcium supplements, for instance, often rely on calcium carbonate, the same compound found in limestone and antacid tablets. For seniors taking proton pump inhibitors or other stomach acid reducers, calcium carbonate absorption drops dramatically. You're swallowing tablets your body simply cannot use. The natural positioning requires scrutiny. Many Nature's Best products contain the same synthetic vitamins found in budget brands. The word natural in their company name doesn't guarantee natural ingredients. It's branding, not a promise. Seniors who specifically seek plant-derived or food-based vitamins will find most Nature's Best products fall short. Quality control concerns have emerged through customer feedback. Reports of tablets arriving with chips or cracks, bottles with faulty seals that compromise freshness. One long-term customer described receiving the same product 3 months in a row with 3 noticeably different tablet colors, suggesting batch-to-batch inconsistency that shouldn't occur in well-controlled manufacturing. The customer service experience adds frustration. Complaints about difficulty obtaining refunds for damaged goods. Long wait times for responses, a company that seems more focused on acquiring new customers than supporting existing ones. For seniors who value reliability and personal service, this corporate detachment feels like abandonment. A 2021 analysis by Which Consumer magazine found that several UK supplement brands, including some sold by Nature's Best, contained less of the claimed vitamins than their labels stated. The margins were within legal tolerances, but legal doesn't mean optimal. When you're counting on a supplement to support your bone density or heart health, close enough isn't good enough. Don't go yet. The solution comes at the very end, and it could change how you choose supplements forever. At number 4, we have Sanatogen. Sanatogen carries the weight of heritage. The name has been in British medicine cabinets for over a century. Your parents took it, perhaps your grandparents too. That history creates an emotional trust that modern marketing struggles to match. When seniors reach for Sanatogen, they're reaching for memories as much as vitamins. But nostalgia isn't quality control. The Sanatogen of today bears little resemblance to the tonic wine of previous generations. The brand has changed hands multiple times, eventually landing with large pharmaceutical conglomerates more interested in the familiar name than faithful formulation. What remains is a legacy brand coasting on reputation while cutting corners on contents. Sanatogen's Gold A to Z multivitamin, marketed specifically to over 50s, contains the same problematic ingredient forms we've seen repeatedly. Synthetic vitamins, poorly absorbed minerals, fillers and flow agents that bulk out tablets without adding nutritional value. The gold packaging promises premium quality. The ingredients list tells a different story. Independent reviews reveal manufacturing inconsistencies, tablets that crumble when handled, bottles that smell stale upon opening, expiration dates that seem optimistic given the apparent condition of contents. One consumer described tablets that left a gritty residue on the tongue, suggesting poor binding or ingredient separation that shouldn't occur in properly made supplements. The specific targeting of seniors that feels exploitative. Sanatogen knows their customers trust the name implicitly. They know seniors are less likely to scrutinize ingredients or research alternatives. They know the emotional connection outweighs logical evaluation. That trust is being monetized, not honored. For seniors taking heart medications, blood thinners, or kidney support drugs, Sanatogen's synthetic ingredient forms introduce unnecessary risks. Drug interactions with supplements are poorly studied, and synthetic compounds may behave differently than food-derived equivalents. Your doctor prescribed your medications based on predictable biochemistry. Throwing unknown variables into that equation isn't wisdom, it's gambling. Entering the top 3 at number 3, we have 7Cs. 7Cs built their reputation on cod liver oil. Generations of British children were raised on spoonfuls of that distinctive, fishy liquid, told it would make them strong, keep colds away, build healthy bones. The brand expanded into multivitamins and joint supplements, carrying that trusted heritage forward. For seniors, 7Cs represents reliability, proven, traditional, safe. The reality is more complicated. 7Cs is now owned by Halion, the same conglomerate behind Centrum. The corporate consolidation of supplement brands means the same manufacturing priorities, cost reduction, synthetic ingredients, maximum profit margins apply across supposedly different products. The distinct heritage of 7Cs has been absorbed into industrial efficiency. Their Perfect 7 range, marketed as complete daily nutrition, contains concerning ingredient choices, vitamin K as phytonadione rather than the more bioavailable K2 forms, iron as ferrous fumarate, known to cause constipation and stomach upset in many users. For seniors already managing digestive issues, these choices seem careless at best. The cod liver oil that built the brand presents its own problems. Cod liver oil contains preformed vitamin A, which accumulates in the body and can reach toxic levels with regular supplementation. For seniors already taking multivitamins containing vitamin A, adding 7C's cod liver oil creates overdose risk. Symptoms include headaches, nausea, liver damage, the opposite of health protection. The cheerful packaging doesn't mention this danger prominently. Consumer reports describe quality decline, oil capsules that taste rancid, tablets with a fishy odor even when they shouldn't contain fish products, suggesting cross-contamination in manufacturing facilities. One reviewer described capsules that leaked oily residue inside the bottle, staining other tablets and suggesting compromised gel coatings. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Science found that many fish oil supplements, including several UK brands, contained oxidized oils that may actually increase inflammation rather than reduce it. The health benefits fish oil promises depend entirely on freshness and processing quality. Degraded oils deliver the opposite of their intended effects. The NHS recommends omega-3 fatty acids for heart health, but those recommendations assume you're consuming fresh, high-quality oils. When 7C's capsules arrive already oxidized, you're not following NHS advice. You're swallowing something that may actively harm your cardiovascular system. For seniors who specifically chose fish oil supplements to protect their hearts, this irony is devastating. Have you ever opened a supplement bottle to find something that smelled off? Drop your experience in the comments below. At number 2, just missing the top spot, we have Bassetts. Bassetts vitamins occupy a peculiar niche. Gummy vitamins, chewable, fruit-flavoured, products that feel more like sweets than supplements. For seniors who struggle to swallow tablets, Bassetts seems like a thoughtful solution. Finally, vitamins that don't feel like medicine. What could be wrong with that? Quite a lot, as it happens. Gummy vitamins face fundamental limitations that tablets don't. The gelatin or pectin base that gives them their chewy texture doesn't protect ingredients from degradation. Vitamins in gummy form break down faster than those in tablets or capsules. By the time that bottle has sat in your medicine cabinet for a few months, the actual vitamin content may be significantly lower than when it was manufactured. Then there's the sugar. Bassett's gummies contain glucose syrup and sugar as primary ingredients. For seniors managing diabetes or pre-diabetes, conditions affecting nearly half of UK adults over 65, this added sugar isn't harmless. It spikes blood glucose, it feeds inflammation, it contributes to the very health problems vitamins are meant to address. The ingredient quantities in gummies are often lower than tablet equivalents. The manufacturing process limits how much active ingredient can be incorporated into the chewy matrix. Bassetts multivitamin gummies typically contain lower vitamin doses than standard adult tablets. Seniors taking them may assume they're getting equivalent nutrition. They're not. Quality concerns emerge from consumer feedback. Gummies that have melted together in the bottle, unusual textures suggesting improper storage, complaints about inconsistent flavors that hint at manufacturing variability. One reviewer described finding a hair embedded in a gummy, a contamination that should never pass quality control. The childish presentation feels almost patronizing. Vitamins shaped like bears, flavors named Strawberry Burst and Orange Fizz, products that seem designed for children being marketed to adults. The implication that seniors can't handle proper supplements is demeaning. But more importantly, it distracts from the fundamental inadequacy of gummies as a serious nutritional choice. A 2019 investigation by Consumer Lab found that 46% of gummy vitamins tested failed to meet their label claims, nearly half. The format that seems most appealing is often the least reliable. For seniors depending on supplements to fill nutritional gaps, this failure rate is unacceptable. Do you think the government protects consumers, or the companies selling them supplements that may do more harm than good? And coming in at the number one spot, the worst of the worst, Haliborange. Haliborange. The name alone conjures childhood memories. The orange-flavored tablets, the cheerful branding, the promise of vitamins made palatable. For decades, Haliborange was how British children received their daily supplements. Now the brand offers adult formulations, and seniors who remember those childhood tablets reach for them with nostalgic trust. That trust is being exploited. Haliborange is owned by Perrigo, an American pharmaceutical company that focuses on private label and store brand products. The British heritage is a facade. Behind the familiar name sits a corporation whose primary expertise is producing cheap generics at maximum profit margins. The formulation philosophy reflects this: minimum effective ingredients at minimum cost. Haliborange adult multivitamins contain synthetic vitamin forms across the board. Pyridoxine instead of P5P for B6, cyanocobalamin instead of methylcobalamin for B12, folic acid instead of methylfolate. For the estimated 40% of the population with MTHFR gene variations, common among older adults, these synthetic forms may be particularly problematic, potentially accumulating without conversion to usable forms. The iron content in some Haliborange products uses ferrous sulfate, notorious for causing constipation, nausea, and stomach upset. For seniors already managing digestive issues, adding a poorly tolerated iron supplement creates additional problems while supposedly solving nutritional ones. Quality reports reveal concerning patterns. Tablets that chip easily, bottles with powder residue suggesting tablet degradation during shipping, color variations between batches that indicate inconsistent manufacturing. One consumer described opening a fresh bottle to find tablets that looked faded and dusty, as if they'd been sitting in a warehouse for years before reaching shelves. The marketing specifically targets memories rather than quality, adverts showing parents giving Haliborange to children, packaging that evokes the 1980s, everything designed to trigger emotional purchase decisions rather than informed evaluation. For seniors making health choices based on sentiment rather than evidence, this manipulation is dangerous. The ultimate betrayal is this: Haliborange knows seniors trust them because of childhood associations. They know that trust bypasses rational scrutiny, and they use it to sell products that don't deserve that trust. The vitamins inside those bottles may technically meet legal requirements, but technical compliance and genuine health support are very different things. A 2022 Trading Standards investigation found that several vitamin brands sold in the UK contained quantities that varied significantly from batch to batch. While not specifically naming Haliborange, the pattern matches consumer complaints about inconsistent tablet appearance. When your health depends on predictable dosing, especially if you're managing conditions like anemia or B12 deficiency, this variability is unacceptable. Why is it always the brands with the warmest memories that seem to cut the most corners? Coincidence or calculation? Tell me what you think below. Now for what you've been waiting for. The brands you can actually trust. The first safe option is Cytoplan. This British company has operated since 1990 with a fundamentally different philosophy. Cytoplan uses food state and whole food nutrients that your body recognizes and absorbs as it would nutrition from actual food. Their vitamin B12 comes as methylcobalamin. Their folate is genuine methylfolate, not synthetic folic acid. Their minerals are bound to amino acids for maximum bioavailability. Every product is formulated by qualified nutritional therapists who actually understand senior health needs. They avoid unnecessary fillers, artificial colors, and problematic additives. Manufacturing occurs in the UK, under strict quality control with batch testing to ensure label claims match contents. For seniors managing heart conditions, kidney function, or medication interactions, Cytoplan's clean formulations minimize variables. Their CoQ10 uses the bioactive ubiquinol form rather than cheaper ubiquinone. Their vitamin D comes with K, 2 for proper calcium metabolism. These aren't marketing decisions, they're health decisions. The prices are higher than supermarket brands, but you're paying for ingredients your body can actually use. Independent testing consistently confirms their products meet or exceed label claims. This is what genuine quality looks like. The second recommendation is Wild Nutrition. Founded by Henrietta Norden, a qualified nutritional therapist specializing in women's health, Wild Nutrition has expanded to offer formulations for all adults, including specific ranges for older individuals. Their food-grown method cultures nutrients in a food matrix, creating vitamins and minerals that behave in your body the way nutrients from a balanced diet would. No isolated synthetic compounds, no cheap fillers. Every capsule contains recognizable nutrition. Their Bespoke Man and Bespoke Woman 50+ formulations specifically address senior needs: bone density support, cognitive function, cardiovascular protection, energy metabolism. Ingredients are transparently sourced and clearly disclosed. Manufacturing standards exceed legal requirements. Independent laboratory analysis confirms potency and purity. The packaging is minimal and sustainable. Another sign of a company focused on substance over image. Wild Nutrition costs more than high street brands, yes, but the comparison is misleading. You're not comparing like with like, you're comparing genuine nutrition against synthetic fillers dressed in reassuring packaging. For seniors who have spent years swallowing supplements that delivered disappointment, Wild Nutrition offers something different. Vitamins that actually work. Both Cytoplan and Wild Nutrition represent what the supplement industry should be: transparent, effective, genuinely focused on health outcomes rather than profit margins. They prove that quality supplements exist. You just won't find them on most high street shelves. Subscribe now, and if you're watching on TV, tap your remote so you never get blindsided again.